I am live. Let me know, moderator, if this is actually. Can you hear me? Why do these glasses look like that? All right. These aren't my regular. Can you hear me? Sound. Sound. I hope I'm not yelling at everyone because it's okay. Yes. Yes, there's sound. Yes, it's good. Yes. Okay. Hey everyone, I hope this live went directly to you without any glitches. And hi, I'm Judge Desire for Knowledge. Thank you and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, welcome to the JD4K family. And thank you, fans and family, for joining me today, Saturday Live. I don't get to go on live all the time, so when I do, I love to interact with you. So basically, this week I wanted to do something really different on Know Your Truth Real Talk. I hope you checked out the legal matters last week, and I do that monthly. And I'm going to try to do jokes monthly on the bench jokes. Comedy on the bench, something like that I created. And other than that, it's great to have you all here. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, like, it's all free. I just want to get the messages to those in need of it, and a lot of people are. Basically, we all are in need of it. How about that? Good vibes, right? High vibrations. So, moving on to my topic today, the episode today is good energy, bad energy, and beware of the energies you attract. Um, for instance, like when you're going around in in the city, wherever you live, and then you're like, well, why do I live here? Or why did I attract these people? Or why do these people always come looking for me? Whatever the case may be, scenario you choose, whatever your scenario is. Um, but usually there's a reason for everything. When thinking of energies, one should think possibly an electric outlet. That's what you're going to think of. The currents attract. Then you are absolutely right if you're thinking that way. That's a great example, that energies attract, and an outlet is like a current. So if your energy is going to attract these currents, then that will be the reason why you attract certain things. And how we need to attract the right things in our lives is by these things that I created and I've utilized myself. Um, we are electric forces and can draw current from those forces. So you got to be careful. Energies are either high or low, depending on the individual. So we have high vibe people and low vibe people. Vibe people, just in case you didn't know. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you have high vibe people? They're always smiling, they're always happy, and they're always, no matter what, they have a smile on their face. That's one example of vibe person. And then you have the low vibe people that they're always angry, always blaming everyone, but not looking within themselves to see what reasons they could have caused to prevent or allow specific things to happen in our lives. And yes, thank you. Happy International Women's Day. Yay. Yay for us women. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you for that. And to my fans, I'm sorry, I just wanted to get through this episode, but I do want to say happy International Women's Day to all you women out there, beautiful women. Give yourself a clap, applaud yourselves always, because don't wait for someone else to do it. You are special and you are known, and you should always applaud yourself in secret is better than doing it in public. Well, you can do it in public, but ego versus just loving yourself are two different things. And I want to make sure I do a show on that one too. All right. So getting back to the individual with high vibe people and low vibe people. So the low vibe people would be the type of people that always are on a downer. Like they come around you and you know they're never going to have anything positive to say. Let's just say that. So, which type of person would you want to be around? A high vibe person or a low vibe? So, I'm going to explain what high vibe people, and they're naturally in tuned with others. They can understand people quickly and deeply. They emit positive energy, whereas in contrast, low vibe people are often indulged in fear, jealousy, anger, and sometimes hate, and they emit negative energy to you. And these may reflect on you because, depending on how sensitive you are as a person, and I don't mean that you cry or you're not machismo, that has nothing to do with sensitivity. What I'm talking about sensitivity is that are you sensitive to feel um, someone's vibrations near you? Like, for instance, that they're coming with low vibes, or they're coming with high vibes just by seeing who they are, just by feeling their energies. We all can do it. We just don't take the time to. We're too busy, actually too busy gossiping about people instead of trying to understand them. We're too busy paying attention to things that aren't important to us now. So we don't look at these things any longer. But the bad part about it all is when you don't look at it, later on when it smacks you in the face, you knew about it. It was like in hindsight. And you were like, why did and how did I allow that to happen? But you know what? Everything's a learning experience. So moving on, I would think that one's question might be, why was I in that relationship? Or why didn't I see this coming? Those are some of the things we ask ourselves because we need to stay in high vibration in order to receive what we are looking for. Remaining in low vibration derails attracting the right people and things in general. So when we are reflecting on, hmm, I can't change something. Oh, you can. It's not incredible. You ever heard of about laws of attraction? Someone should go read that book. I think there's a movie. Maybe that can help you because this is not my lesson for you today. That would be deeper and more intrigue with answering the high vibrations, frequencies, and energies. And no, this show is simple. I wanted to make it basic for the layperson to understand it more, that doesn't know. And then eventually, yeah, we can learn together. So I created examples of questions that we ask ourselves why. Okay, so we're going to go like I always do with Know Your Truth Real Talk so that I have a dialogue with you. I always have questions and wait for your answers, or I'll answer it and you can subject it. You can object it or whatever you want to in the comment sections below, but most likely you will agree with some of it. As I said, my show, Know Your Truth Real Talk, is opinion based, motivating channel to influence those to do better. I'm not here to say my show is facts. We come together with the facts and we find it. Like you tell your truth on Know Your Truth Real Talk. How about that? And we come together and we put our opinions together and then we come out with the facts. When the facts come out, we have a statistic on it. But other than that, this is basically a show of opinions of everybody, opinionations. Oh my God. Opinions of your opinions and my opinions put together in a dialogue. Okay. So don't take me. I am not a counselor. I'm not giving you advice here. I'm just helping you out to understand certain things so that you can look within yourself, inner self, reflection, and see if that's what you may need. It's up to you. In the end, no one can say they were forced into anything when you go on YouTube. And I'm definitely going to disclosure that I am not a professional as far as health coach or telling you what you need to do. I'm suggesting and giving you an opinion. So as we move forward, I created these examples of questions of how we ask ourselves later on, and maybe we could do something that we don't have to wait to regret it later on. So why do I always draw in the wrong people? And I say this all the time because a lot of people don't realize why. Because your energy attracts lower vibration people who have the same vibration energy as you. So if yours are high, you don't need to ask, why do I always draw in these people? You're going to be with the right people because they're going to get you to the place you need to be at. Whereas low vibe person with low energy vibrations attracts the same type of people. So, for instance, if all you do all day is think lowly about yourself and others, then you get those type of people following you, attracted to you, want to be around you more and more. That's where boundaries come in for me because even sometimes you don't attract them, but they come in. So basically, you just have to let them know it's your opinion. But what I do is I go, I don't listen to negative statements like that. So you can be nice and say thank you, but no thanks. Or you can just bring in, why don't you lift up your positivity levels or be more positive. I'm good like that. I'll let someone know if I feel like you're bringing me down to your level and I don't belong there. So then I'll speak out to help that person through, not to humiliate them at all, just to speak through to them so that they know, I don't play that. Homie, don't play that. I was watching in Living Color. It's really good. Funny stuff. And so, as I was saying, they may have the same vibrations as you. So another question would be, why did he or she not see my worth? Okay. Well, once you think of working on your self worth, then you will attract those with the same values. So, right now, what you need to do is work on you, your self worth. If you know that you're worthy of better, then you're going to work on yourself and see that in yourself, and nothing is going to attract you to something that is less than your value, because you're going to already know who you are. You're going to already know what your value is. And by that, knowing your value, you're going to know that's not for me and I don't need that. And that's not being in a egotistical. It's just making right choices, and we do need to do that. And sometimes people are not going to be at our level in certain things, or on our value, have the same values. And so when you work on yourself, you're going to realize that that person either does belong with you or don't belong with you, either as a friend, partner, relationship, or whatever the case may be. Another one is that people ask, why didn't that job choose me? So that happens to all of us. Sometimes we have interviews and stuff like that. And I realize that sometimes we sabotage what was meant for us by overlooking what we really want in life and accepting anything offered to us because it was offered. Be competitive and go for the things you think wouldn't work. That's the hard part. When you think something wouldn't work, it usually does. Those are the places you go to, not something that's easy and then you get disappointed because you didn't get it. It's the stuff that you go to that um, you think wouldn't work. That's going to really mean something, because you don't challenge, because you didn't get a challenge. You don't challenge yourself enough and prepare yourself enough. So basically, this is other reasons why they don't get chosen for interviews, or the position or the promotion, whatever the case may be. Even a person, why didn't they choose me? These are the things. Once you do and believe in yourself, and you challenge yourself more and you believe in yourself, you'll get chosen. Work on your self-esteem. That's one thing. Self-worth, and the inner work will work in your favor. Stay positive at all times. This is why I like doing shows like this, that people don't realize how negative affects a lot of us, or your negativity upon other people, and some people allow it. But no, now I have learned to put up boundaries, and my boundaries is certain people, whether it's family or friends, can contact me at any time they need, if they really need me. But if you're calling for BS, or to waste my time, believe me, I am not giving you that time of space to waste, which is why we input boundaries, because then people walk all over you, whether it's family, friends, your children, your dog, you have to have set boundaries. So when I'm saying that your self-worth and the inner work will work in your favor and stay positive at all times, that also will work in your favor and let you know that what you are doing is the right thing, and you'll value yourself more for it, wherein you'll bring in more valuable people. I'm not saying pick and choose, or you're not in my standard. Money and all of that should have nothing to do with that. Oh, water is so good. Most people don't realize that what you're looking for in a person, someone probably is looking in for to you for. And so in order to get the equality here, you're going to need to work on yourself, self-worth, and inner work. Like I said, your self-esteem. When you're asked these questions that I just stated here, and thank you for joining me, whoever just joined. When I say work on yourself and your self-esteem and challenge yourself, these things are really important, and to stay positive at all times, because there's always going to be negative people coming around. I don't care if they're in your family unit, your whatever relationships, your co-workers, your best friend. I don't care. It always happens. So people aren't going to have the positivity that we want to have, because things happen to people and we got to understand that. But we can help them work through it. so they can get through the hard times, because everyone has hard times. No one's immune to that part, right? Okay, why do people use me for money? That's another reason of attraction. Just these things attract people. You're gonna want to know why those type of people are attracted to you, that use you for money. Let's just say not everyone has people that use them for money, but if this was the scenario, if you worship money and it's everything to you in this lifetime, that's all you care about, that's all that matters, whether you have it or you don't, then you'll attract the same types of people: the gold diggers, the users, the manipulators, etc. We could go on and on and on. It's a part of attraction. Just like I said, people should go into that book and read Laws of Attraction, or the movie, and see what it means. Everybody will get a different aspect of what it means to them. But this is not what this show is about. This is me trying to help let people know that you attract certain people because of you're not working on yourselves, your inner selves. And I had to learn the same thing. I realized I was attracting the wrong type of people, wrong place, wrong time. It could be anything. You can control that yourself if you really truly want to, by spending more time with yourself. And I'm going to go through the guidelines now and not cut this up, because I'm still going on the questions that we most ask why. So my next question is, why am I always a bridesmaid and never the bride? Okay, so you're looking for the perfect man and there isn't one. That can be a big major issue. There isn't any perfect man. You're gonna have to, or women, but we're talking about women that I normally hear, why am I always a bridesmaid, never the bride? If you have to worry about that, that means you want to be married. However, you choose to sit back and be the bridesmaid for a reason. Maybe you need to look more into yourself and see what it is going on with you. That not that anything is wrong with you, but if you ask this question, then you are looking for love or marriage, and you want that for yourself. This will be the kind of time that you start working on yourself so that you can get the best from both sides. Best spouse, and the spouse will get the best of you. Because um, this is what it means by. I'm sorry, I didn't read that. About what? People don't have the right agenda. Yeah, I know. This is what the whole ideal is. Maybe you needed time to work on you. Not every bridesmaid, not every bride was perfect. Sometimes it leads to divorce because we haven't done the inner work ourselves. So how now, with you asking and questioning yourself, if you had to ask yourself that question, you should be working on yourself, because maybe you need a lot more work to get the right proper spouse, whether it's male or female, for you. That's all I'm going to say with that one. But work on your inner self and self-esteem. Very important. All of us. I've done it. I'm still working on myself. We're not perfect. Why am I still at the same level I was last year? Okay, that happens because you have to work on being a better version of you and not give up on your dreams and yourself. So don't ever quit. These jeans are really don't ever quit on yourself. You're more important than you know, but not enough people take the time for themselves. They do for everyone else. And it's beautiful. You're not selfish, you're selfless, but you do have to take care of yourself as well. People weren't. Yeah, people didn't know about karma. Yeah, I heard about that. Maybe I'll do a show on that one. I think I did do a show on karma. I'm not sure. I have like 250 videos, I believe, or up to that amount right now. And everyone here is free to go see the one that applies to you, and the titles. Just you because you subscribe don't mean you have to see every video, which would be nice, but each one pertains to someone that needs to see what they need to see in it. And I hope I did my best with that. I give my best. I try to give my best content out to you. I work on it. I don't AI my stuff. I do not. I'll do a little research if I've lost grasp of what's happening now and what happened then I'll do some research on it and I'll bring in some stuff. Otherwise, I use my own content. I work on it. And so I appreciate you guys taking the time to look at it and see it, because it's not easy being a content creator. And so, but it is fun because it makes you feel good about helping others. All right. So the last one I said, why am I still at the same level? Is because you have to work on being a better version of you and don't give up, don't quit. And then I have, why am I always depressed? Okay. Because we got people out here, things are happening, and things happen to people, and people allow things to happen to them in some form, shape, or form. So, negatively thinking, fear, and anxiety can lead to depression. Once you start thinking positively, doing the affirmations, and changing your mindset, you will start to see the difference in your thoughts. So, I will get to the affirmation part, which is really important because a lot of people get depressed, and I just explain why it's important to take out negative feelings, thinking, fear, and anxiety in order to get out of depression. It's not easy. Maybe a therapist can help some people, but once you start thinking positively, maybe church. Some people believe that is better than going to psychologists, and because they're high vibration and level of vibrations are higher in the church than most people, but not every church is the same. So I cannot put that out there that all churches are going to give you the best. But most likely, yeah, if you need therapy or anything, you could go to a doctor or your church clerksman or whatever, a pastor, whomever you serve in church, or whomever serves you in church. All right, you start thinking positively and you start doing the affirmations, it will change your mindset, and you'll start seeing the difference in your thoughts. And most likely, your depression will start little by little going away, because, see, we don't spend enough time, as I stated, we don't spend enough time with ourselves, giving you 20 minutes by yourself, meditating on the word, meditating in silence, whatever you do that makes you think and utilize your thoughts in a positive way, that's what you need to do. Another one is, why can't I look like that? Now, see, I've seen a lot of people want to look like, I remember years ago, Jennifer Lopez. Like, I don't want to look like her. I love looking like me, but we do have those people that aren't happy with God's creating themselves, and they don't better themselves in any form or manner, and they just want to be somebody else. Why? Who does that? But I understand. I guess some time and point I probably did as a child. I don't remember it, but I always said, "Nah, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look like anyone else." So, this is another question asked when you haven't worked on yourself. Why can't I look like that? If you've asked yourself this and you did a mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Like Cinderella does. Then you have to ask yourself, why would you need to do that? And why do you think that way? If you ask yourself this, then you don't like yourself enough. Realize that you are exceptional, and you don't need to look like anyone else but yourself. And you don't need to be in competition with anyone else but yourself. Work on self love here, self care, and your self esteem. Those are the three that will help you get out of that. I want to look like somebody else. You can look like you. Fix yourself up. Go smack yourself together. Psh, psh, get it together. Go see how you can advance and how you feel you need to look. If you don't like yourself, then there's something you need to change. Whether it's on the inside or the outside, please do it. Because when you start thinking like this, that's not good. That's low vibration, people. Like I had earlier in the start of this show, there's low vibration people and there's high vibration people. Which one do you want to be? Who do you want as your colleagues and your friends and families? I say high vibing people because I stay away from low vibration people now. I call them, and no offense to them, the bottom feeders, because they choose not to change. They choose not to rise up and become their best version of themselves. So because of that, I can no longer stay around people that think of themselves negatively, and I will always try to bring people up no matter what. But staying around that type of person all day, every day, I can't do it. So for me, low vibers are bottom feeders that choose not to move from the bottom and move to the top for their own sake. And when I say top and bottom, I don't mean what everybody here thinks about top top and bottom is in the world, royalty, money. No, for you, for yourself. When you start thinking about yourself, those things won't even be a problem. They won't even be so important to you anymore. You're going to be more important to you and to others too. We're not saying for you to become egotistical where you're the best thing, but if you don't love yourself enough, how are you going to love other people? How are you going to be a good wife or a husband to somebody else? You have to learn that first. So these are the things are why I have learned to change my life to from, well, I can't say it was mostly negative. I did have a lot of learning, a lot of things I needed to learn, and I'd have, and I like to share that within my own experiences. Sometimes, mostly outside experiences and things like that, from work experiences, from education, and what I see out in that natural world, in the universe. These are things that I wanted to share because I noticed it's not just you, everyone is going through it. So I realized it wasn't just me. So I needed to go out there and show that it can be done because I would never have gotten in the camera before. I'm not the one that be in the mirror all day. I don't like it. I don't like cameras. I don't like pictures. I'm here now. So I'm on YouTube giving the message only because it's very important to reach certain people that need to hear the message as a testimony, from wherever that person or individual came from. Someone else probably had the same either upbringing or the same type of testimony, but didn't think they can share it or didn't know what to do with it. Then you're here to help. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyway, so let me move on to why is everyone always teasing me? That's another one. Okay, so if you're asking yourself these questions that I just mentioned, if you haven't seen the whole video, go back and check the beginning and then you'll understand why is everyone always teasing me. Okay, so attraction again, you attract too many negative influences and accept their negative thoughts of you. So when I had done this before, so when people used to make fun of me being tall or whatever, I started saying, wait a minute, I'm an Amazon. I'm Wonder Woman. You can't touch this. I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm going to even wear heels to be taller. I had to work through my mind to love myself enough to say, wait a minute, I'm gorgeous inside. I am tall and I love it. There's always people out to tease you for something. There's bullying and there's this and that. Learn to shut those people down mentally. Okay, don't let them affect your life because they will. I know I've been there. So instead, I took whatever negativity they sent my way and I turned it a reversal and made it my positive. And by doing so, you win. And your enemy, your bullies, they just watch you win every day. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't you want that for yourself? I'm so proud of myself for doing it. I'm going to tap myself on the back. Again, tap yourself on the back daily. Say, I did it. Get up in the morning. I'm the winner. There's affirmations that can be done. I'll get to that because I don't want this to be overbearing. I usually like to keep it under 30 minutes. So I'm not watching the clock right now, but either way, I am going to try to do the best to finish this up. Why is everyone always teasing me? So, like I said, I just shared one of my stories. You have to work on not being around negative influence and accepting their negative thoughts of you. Once they call your name or bully you and you say, I am not that and I do not accept that and I won't. You don't have to say any bad words to them. You walk away. This is where you work on your self-worth and your self-esteem issues that you have within yourself. If you allow these people, like I had before, until I realized they were getting the best of me. So why, when they knew they wished they were tall? Let's say you have a beautiful body or you don't. Let's say they don't like their body. It's always going to be something they don't like. That's why they portray bullies are always going to do that. Short, I'm not saying all short people. Short people are going to mimic tall people. Tall people are going to mimic short people. That's people. They're always going to make fun of something. Okay. So take that and run with it and let it be something that you utilize for yourself to better yourself instead of letting them get away with you for the rest of your life feeling um like your self-esteem is always going to be at a level of never progressing. No, don't let them take your don't let them, how do I say, not only your energies, take your powers back from these people. That's all I have to say about that. And another question I had was, that is also a why. Why do I always date the wrong partners? Now, this is a part of the also of the attracting part. Like I said, frequencies and vibes. And if you high vibe person, you're going to know the difference between the wrong partners. Sometimes we don't because there's manipulation on, there's narcissists out and they know how to manipulate relationships and how to fool you. There's liars and users. There's so many different type of people out here. So you're going to have to work hard on yourself so you can recognize them. Why do I always date the wrong partners? Because our energies attract what we are looking for on the outside and not on the inside. Don't we always do that? We look at our vision. We look at the physical, the present, what's in front of us. We never know anything else. That's it. So as long as we attract what we're looking for on the outside and not on the inside of the person, we attract players, Jezebels, users, narcissists, not people who see the quality in each other, but who see what they can get out of it for the moment, which is very serious because then now you end up with somebody that was wasting your time, no money, whether they have money or not, they haven't put anything in the table. They were looking to take on the plate. They're looking to take yours. You don't have it. And even if you had it, why would you want them to take it? And they don't mean well for you. These are the type of people we normally attract. But what are you thinking to attract them? Are you always looking for the best looking guy or girl? Oh my God, she looks like an angel, but underneath she's a devil herself or a male devil. Who knows? The point is we can't just look at a person just based on what they look like anymore because their insides could be rotten. I've seen a lot of people like that that ended up thinking, oh man, I can have this person on the side of my arm carrying them and they look so good. But underneath it all, the person was one of those worst nightmares you've ever come across. And you wouldn't want them on your arm for the rest of your life. So you got to think of what's more important to you, visionary or we control. You just want to believe. I know it's out of our control. We want to believe it, but um, we can work on doing what we need to because sometimes when we do look on the outside of people, instead of the inside, we attract those players and Jezebels and users and narcissists um, because we want to see what they want to see what they can get for the moment, and they'll come in all types of looks, fashions, whatever they do to attract you. If they're working overly for it, then you know for a fact working overly means one thing. Why do you that person has to work so hard at looking nice? I don't get that because sometimes they're wearing masks to pull you in. So this is why we don't look at people or lust after people because of what you think they look like. We don't know what they carry on the inside. All that glitters is not gold, so don't forget that. It could be your worst nightmare, and I've heard stories. Work on self love, and you will never allow a player or tramp, yes, I said tramp, to get the best of you again. Save that for the actual person for you. All right. And that is by working on your inner self, self care, self love. And then I came up with this one, which I love the best because I did a show on third wheel. So I have believe that this fit well in this attraction. Why am I always the third wheel? Or you attract that you're the type of person that attracts couples all the time, but you're not in a relationship. That's what I meant. You accept awkward situations as the norm. You hate being alone and by yourself. So, awkward situations would be that you're willing, instead of loving yourself and taking yourself out to a movie or taking care of you to dinner, you'd love to join other people who are coupled but you don't date or whatever the case may be, you're always by yourself. This is why, because you accept awkward situations instead of standing up for yourself and say, wait a minute, I deserve to be dating someone too and coming out with these my friends who are already coupled. Or I love myself. Let me take myself on a date and go to dinner by myself. Let me go to the movies by myself. It can be done. Stop being third wheels. People that are in couples, relationships, marriages, we love having our friends once in a while. But if you continually come around and you're always alone, you are a third wheel. Remember that. And that's not healthy. Go work on yourself. Go dating. Date yourself if you don't like dating. always date you. You love you. You don't have to be in a relationship. A lot of people are hard on relationships and marriages right now. That's on you. But this world was made so that you could have someone to love you. And whatever the case may be, it's the person, it's the individual. Everyone's not the same. But if you think that you shouldn't be in a relationship, why are you going out with people that aren't in relationships? I never get that. Why are you being the third wheel? To upset them, to bring negativity. I don't know, because if you don't like relationships, I wouldn't want you around me in my relationship or marriage, because you're not going to bring anything to it. So I try to stay away from people like that, because all you can do is try to damage marriages because it didn't work for you, or relationships. You all need to be on your own or date and then join the couples that are dating, or don't be a third wheel to anyone. If you're going to be once, that's fine, but continuously something's wrong there. I don't like that. So I decide to use that as, um, take care of yourself, love yourself, always be you're always in one by yourself in a crowd of couples. You're always trailing along. That's not good. Go on dates with yourself. Go out and meet new people that are single like you. Self-love will change this, because you will see how important you are to yourself by going out and dating yourself. When I was single, I did that. My boys were growing up. I was like, you know what? I'm single now. I'm going to take myself to a movie. I'm a mother all day long. Let me take myself to a movie. Let me take myself to dinner, because I love me. And so once that process and I started knowing that it works for me, I was never a third wheel to anyone, because I wouldn't dare want to, be a person up in people's business who aren't coupled with me. I mean, you have friends, go out with regular friends that don't date. But when you have a couple, a marriage, people are married together and you're always around, no, we don't mind you being around once, twice, but you making it too much. Taking these situations and making them work in your favor all has to do with your determination and willingness to work on yourself. Some people are too busy for themselves, which is sad, and put themselves last, when in reality, you should put yourself first. It's not selfish. It's loving yourself enough to take care of you because you deserve it. And that's why I said, and in the beginning, I didn't tell you what the reasons why um, we should start out with meditation. Some of us should meditate either by giving yourself time to yourself, or meditate in the Bible, devotions, whatever it takes for you. Your time is important to you. This way you can listen to yourself, go out in nature and do positive affirmations. I am loved. I am blessed. I am me. I love me. I don't want to look like anyone else. I want to look like me. My body is mine. I love my body. Too many people going out there getting surgeries on the chest, on their derriere, when other people are sick that need things, and possibly need a breast transplant, probably need hair transplant for reasons. No, you're going out there fixing stuff up for what? You don't love yourself. You don't. You're created to love who you see, and what I'm not saying don't enhance, but overly, if you want to get, and I'm going to make this short because this wasn't a part of the show. If you want to get weight loss, go work out. Stapling your body or trying to close off your stomach is not something that you are doing. It's something you're medically doing. So until you want to do that, you're not going to stop eating. So that surgery is not going to work. For those who wants a derriere bigger than America, I just want to be able to sit on the toilet bowl. I do not want anything that big. I don't know why you would, but that baffles me, because there's so many surgeries going on that we don't see. And these people cannot like themselves too much, and it's sad. So not only do we pray for them, but we pray that all these people that read books find out through the book I just said, Attraction, Law of Attractions, and other books that can help you. YouTube channel, my shows, to keep you positive and motivated to want to work on you instead of going to the extreme. And it's really important. You don't want to go to the extreme on anything, because in the end, you're still not going to like yourself. I went to a country, I'm not going to name the country because everybody knows what it is. I love it there. And I tell you, every woman has the same mold behind. So you're going to the same doctor. Now, no matter how big And this is what I wanted to say. That mold is, or how, why? Why are you all still upset? You have a new behind, they could fix your face, they could do, you are still mad at another woman. How much more you need of surgery for you to be happy with yourself? I think a lot more. I think it's all in the mind. So, therefore, this is why we don't want to end up like those people that are sad, because to me, that's sad that you don't love yourself enough to realize that no matter how much you change your body and all the surgeries you do just because of cosmetic surgery or whatever, you have to love yourself, because there's still going to be competition out there. Um, how much more do you need to fix yourself to love yourself? That's the question today. So please like and share and subscribe to my channel, Know Your Truth, Real Talk. My channel is Judge Desire for Knowledge, but I come on weekly with Know Your Truth, Real Talk, and you'll see the other stuff I do. I'm running late, but I really appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, most of them do need mental health. I just want to say one more time, Happy International Women's Day to all us women out there. Pat yourself on the back. We did it. We do it every day. Those good women out there, we love you. Happy International Women's Day. Also, I wanted to say, don't forget to, it's spring forward. So we are going into spring soon, which means I shall be outside soon. I can't wait. I'm outside now, but I mean, I'll be able to actually do what I want to do outside and film it outside. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe if this really hit home for you and you really believe, wow, yeah, that was good. I needed to hear that, because there's always someone that needs to. Liking is free. And thank you for taking the time out, my fans, my JD4K fans, and my JD4K family. I love you all. Have a great weekend coming. Um, and be safe out there. All right. Here with the truth and nothing but the truth. Know Your Truth, Real Talk with me, Judge Desire for Knowledge, is now adjourned. Ciao. See you guys next week. Same time.